Speaking of the incoming cold weather, Warner Robins church leaders are getting ready to start up a warming center for the homeless. Molly Jett joins us live at the table at First Christian Church to tell us when it's opening.
Yes, this is the Table Church, and I am just down the road from the CVS at the intersection of Watson Boulevard and North Houston Road. Now, it is dark behind me, but this building behind me houses the room where the warming center will be. It opens on Thursday at 4, and it'll be open all the way through Monday to just keep folks out of the cold. The center of the city is no stranger to the homeless.
I love them. I pray with them.
Brian Wise has a heart for the homeless. He's working with the Table at First Christian Church to open a warming center.
It's just to give them a place to go so they don't freeze to death out there in the cold temperatures and all, because I would hope and pray that somebody was out there for me if I was living on the streets, or if that was my daughter or son, that somebody was looking after them.
They plan to keep their doors open this Thursday through Monday, depending on the weather. If it continues to stay cold, they may extend those hours.
But it becomes critical when the temperature drops below freezing, and particularly it starts approaching 20 or below. We know that at that point, hypothermia becomes an issue, and to be able to bring them in.
It's a year-long ministry for one of the church's elders, Stephen Kidd. He says it's just the first phase of their long-term goal.
Eventually, we'll want to be a partner in that to do more ministry more consistently throughout the year.
In January, they plan to turn that same room into a part-time shelter with showers and more than 30 newly donated bunk beds.
They're not the homeless to us, they're our neighbors.
Neighbors, John Glover says he wants to keep out of the heat in the summer too.
We're basically looking at 365 days a year in the future of providing some kind of support to the community, to our neighbors.
But for now, the warming center will be open this Thursday through Monday. Wise says he is just proud of the community's compassion.
I hate calling them homeless because it could be we one paycheck away from the same thing they are and all. And most of them just need a helping hand, and that's why we're doing this.
For those of you thinking, how can I help? Well, they are looking for donations of blankets, shampoo, maybe deodorant, or even socks, and they're looking for some volunteers. Live in Warner Robins, Molly Jett, 13W, Amazing News.
Thank you, Molly. The warming center opens at 4 p.m. Thursday, like Molly says, and closes at 4 p.m. Monday. It will be open for 24 hours on those days. Now let's take a closer look at other support shelters in the area. In Bibb County, there's a few shelters available for folks who need it. According to the United Way, there are additional warming beds now open at the Salvation Army on Broadway. Other supportive shelters include Brookdale Resource Center on Brookdale Avenue, Daybreak on Walnut Street, and the Macon Rescue Mission. The United Way says these shelters are always looking for help, so if you can, they encourage you to volunteer or donate useful items this holiday season.